site. They can be complicated for an a municipal election campaign. They can also be simple. Just put up some of your basic points. You always want it to be clear. You want to avoid anything too flashy, any sounds or lights. Just keep it basic so people can understand the information. And don't underestimate the value of email. As you're going out canvassing, you're going to be collecting information. You're going to want to take every opportunity to collect and build an email list. Depending on how much time you put into your campaign, this can become very valuable. So if a particular hot topic comes out and you have a few hundred people on an email list, then you have direct access to communicate your response, your message to them. If you're having a fundraising event, on election day, you can send everyone out an email saying, get out to the polls, this is the day. There's some strategy around building emails. What if you were running in a community where you had a friendly former councillor, maybe they would have an email list that they might share with you. So how to build an email distribution list we could talk all day about. There's more information on our webinars, but you want to build a strategy around getting those emails if you're going to use an email list as one of your communications tools. Also, let's talk about social media. When we talk about social media, we think about the numbers, and the numbers are big. You can reach billions of people through Facebook. There's 5 million people in Canada who are on Twitter. YouTube is one of the second biggest search engines being used on the internet right now. So while it might be a new skill set for some people, it's also an excellent way to quickly reach people. So you want to look and do some of the same questioning that we did earlier around building the campaign plan. What's popular in your community? London, Ontario, for example, I think every person in that town is tweeting about politics 8 times a day. So if you're running in London, you want to be on Twitter. In Thunder Bay, you need to have a sense of what are people using around here. Is everybody on Facebook? Are they on Twitter? How do you want to approach that? But don't undervalue. Keep in mind, no campaign is won through social media. So it's not your only strategy, but it is a part of your communication strategy. We want to keep in mind that it's building links between people. The reach is significant. Take into account, does everyone in your community have access? I know parts of Ontario, access to internet is still not strong. So think about who in your community has access to the internet and what social media tools are they using, and adapt your plan according to that. So just some things to consider as far as your web-based approach. So today we've had an opportunity to very quickly cover some of the main points. As I said, the toolkits are on the table. We have webinars and some detailed PDFs on the website. So if you're a particular area you really want to sink your teeth into, or you want to really put some emphasis on, I encourage you to seek out those resources, because we really just kind of scratched the surface today. So I want to thank everyone. I think it's been a really engaged room. I was excited. Stella and I were chatting at the break. It was exciting to hear the number of women in the room who already have the intention to run. One of the things that we know is that when women run, they win as often as men do. So that's the key, is to just get out and run and run and run and run until we get adequate representation. So I'm excited for all of you. I hope that our resources will support your campaign. Don't hesitate to get in touch if there's any way that we can support you, because we're really pushing hard to get to that 30% representation for women in municipal government in Canada. So I want to thank again the panelists, and I'll pass it back to Linda. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. And we're running a little bit of overtime, so but I know Lori had a question. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. I hope it's a quick question. I have an opinion on it, but emails, the whole communication strategy and your campaign material. I'm of the opinion that, like I am a school board trustee, but I'm not running, so I'm not campaigning here next time, but to use your own personal email rather than the municipal or the school board email on your personal information. Like, some people still do that, and that's always been a pet peeve of mine. It's paid for by the public through the tax dollars and all that, and you shouldn't be using your own. And I just
it's a good reminder to everybody.
That wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, it's a good reminder, and it's in the rules, I'm sure. I know I read it last round. And I was always scared, oh no, I can't email anybody on the thunderbay.ca, I've got to use my own chief. But you have to try to remember, especially if you're an incumbent, to use the correct email addresses. Okay, now to wrap up, just wanted to, just really quickly